Welcome back to College Football 26, episode number 10. We've not had a good start to the season, but it's come down to a number of factors. One, I had a terrible last game, and it didn't take me very long after the fact to reflect on it and realize the simple mistake that I was making with tapping the button to throw. You gotta hold it for a period of time. I used to hold it much too long. Now I'm not holding it long enough. Really straightforward stuff. So I should be better in future games, but I've made a meal of the season thus far. And even though the team has more quality than we've ever had before with a 67 overall, it's not balanced. Some positions are much stronger. We recruited well last year in the 3-star categories, but a few of the positions are down to those freshmen being the starters, and they're not that developed yet. And those few positions are creating some massive holes within the team. So yes, we do have some quality, and we have more quality than we've had before, but we also have some major weaknesses. The thing we did have last year, as an example, was we had at least a first player at every position. Now they're all gone. They graduated or they transferred out. And so we are very, very young. And while we've replaced and been stronger in some positions, it's not balanced. It is not balanced right now. And so Central Michigan is a team we should beat on paper, and we might not necessarily beat. And there is some competition starting to come in, and we lost out on a couple of guys, but we've got a level up there. That was not a ton of XP, though. And the team lost. Stronger at home, but lost. And again, I think that's coming down to those holes in the lineup. So we're going to have a hard time maintaining our half-star that we picked up this season. And we are going to lose some guys in the transfer market for sure, but not very many. So I'm optimistic about next year. Disappointed about this year, but whatever. We're still just growing. We're just starting to make things happen. It'll be okay. And we're going to recruit really well again. Lots of 3-star talents. Some higher ranked 3-star talents. I'm targeting that in particular. There is some competition for it. We're missing out on some, but it's easy to replace. Now, I've already done enough damage this year, so I'm really going to keep my hand out of the cookie jar, though I'm starting to feel like, hey, it's fixable. I'll get there. I was just starting to get pretty good and help the team. Regardless, we're 2-5. So no matter what we do now, we're not going to go undefeated the rest of the season. So yeah, it's incredibly unlikely that we make a bowl game. I'm just going to let it be. Let's breeze on through, push into the next one, push forward, make progress. So Ball State, one of our last winnable games of the season. We kind of need it. We are winless in the conference. Well, kind of. We really need it. It's another loss. I'm going to check on scores in a second, see just how bad it is. But we did level up, so let's go ahead and put points into our backfield and help them along. Of course, the next one is that off-season trading boost that we need to get in for them. After beating Charlotte 55-14, we lost to Miami 35-29, UMass 28-17, Central Michigan, the latest to 35-25, and 32-16 to Ball State. So it really wasn't even very close on these. The team's supposed to be good, but it's clearly not. We only have one home game left in the Final Four, and a lot of better teams coming up as opponents. The only one struggling record-wise is Toledo, but we're on the road. Toledo's pretty close to our level of quality, and we're on the road, so I'm not liking our chances, especially with our recent performances, losing to teams that, on paper, it looks like we should be beating. Really shows how important a balanced roster is. Good progression here, but we are going into a battle. That's a lot of XP. I think we did finally get a win. Yes, we did. 3-6 now. Finally a win in conference. And just as I was about to get the signature over the line on our strong safety, the only strong safety left in 3-star category, the only one that doesn't have offers already that we would obviously lose out on anyway. So the last strong safety to get after, there are extra free safeties to get after, though, as replacements if we can't. And I've already started to do that because we do need multiple strong safeties. But just as we were about to get the signature over the line, Army has caught up to us, and now we're in a recruiting battle. I'm not sure we're going to win. We still have the option maybe to do 20 hours for a visit. Okay, we need to free up a little bit here. Okay, Anine, we can free up. We are so close to that signature. So let's go ahead and take those hours away. He should get there on his own very, very soon. And Melvin, we can schedule a visit. Okay, playing time. Good. See? There you go. Here's another one. Cincinnati sneaking up on us real quick. I've got 10 hours left. I'm going to use it to try to schedule another visit. Oh, but it involves having to win the game. Proximity to home. Buffalo's got a great defense. It's going to be really hard to do anything in that game. They were ranked. They've slipped out. Army's pulled ahead of us, but this is the week with the NIU game. Maybe, just maybe, we can get back ahead. Northern Illinois, not as good as they are most years, but better than we are on paper. And of course, we've been less than stellar, so probably about to drop to 3-8. And our two visits might not go very well with the losses. But we've got somebody to commit. Strong safety, David Melvin. Is that him? Did we get him over the line this week? Bosby, wide receiver, and cornerback, and oh, there's more. Kicker, likely. 4 commits. Nice. Okay. And a lot of XP. And 4-7. Sweet. In those last 3 games, a 3-point victory over Toledo, 27-24. A 2-point loss to Buffalo, 40-38. Team's pulling it together here late in the season. 34-24 on the victory over Northern Illinois. Big surprises there. Salvaged quite a bit of this season because Bowling Green's going to be really tough. They are 11-0, ranked 23rd in the nation. Man, oh man. But yeah, 4-7, or a likely 4-8 finish the season with a opponent record 62-60. Right, we've got a plus 500. Our strength of schedule is a lot better than what it normally is with how things have gone this season. We've just kind of had a rough go, but it's definitely looking better than it was. And this will free up some hours, but we are going to have our hands full. And yeah, Melvin. Oh, and that is all timing and getting that victory. Without that victory, I think we lose out to Army. Great signing there on Melvin. We got our strong safety we needed. We've got a halfback, a wide receiver, and a corner now. And a kicker, which we really needed that too. We're close to a commit on McCrae. I think I can save some hours here as well. Let's go ahead and back that off to like 10 now to just get him over the line. Hollis, we're going to lose him to West Virginia, it looks like. Callaway looks like it's going to be a loss to Missouri. Bias is progressing well. Oh, Alabama just came in. Alabama was not in this battle, but I don't think we're going to beat You know what? Let's save the hours, get him out of there. We'll find a new right guard. We're not going to beat that group. Oof, there's another with a lot of challengers coming in, better programs. Just completed a bit of a shuffle on my board. Took off 4 or 5 guys that we were clearly going to lose battles on. And found replacements for them. So we continue right on with our nothing but 3-star recruiting class. I don't even think we're going to bother with transfers. We're just going to bring in a clean class of high school 3-star recruits who will be stronger than what we can get in the transfer market, because there's going to be a lot of competition for transfers, and what we would be capable of grabbing is 2-star guys, and we already saw the 2 guys that I brought in from this last class just weren't as good as the high school recruits that we brought in. So let's go ahead and take our loss to Bowling Green, get the 4-8 season complete. We get our punter over the line, so that's another signature. Not that many signatures, and there's somebody who just full-on committed out of nowhere to another program, instantaneous. We did take the loss, so another 4-8 season, which is equal for the worst we've had, just 2-6 in conference. We were 2-2 out of conference. 10th in the MAC. Yeah, not a very good year considering the on-paper quality that we had. But again, transfer-wise, looking like not too many to lose this year. Definitely not 20. Another signature weak side linebacker. Well, we've picked up a new 5-year contract with the objective of winning 4 games. Job security was actually good because they wanted us to win 5 games once, and we did that with a 7-6 season and had 4 wins every other year, which for the program is quite good. FIU, their quarterback has won the Heisman. 39 touchdowns, 68 pass completion percentage, and 3,800 yards. And as of early National Signing Day, we have 7 signatures across the line. Well, this national championship was a bit of a shocker. Not for Auburn having the number 1 seed and being there and undefeated, but for Tulane to have made it through the playoff to that point. The Tulane Wave, the 11th seed, or 11th ranked team anyway, making it to the national championship, but losing it 38-23. Still shocking. As we jump into our players leaving, we've lost our half star with the 4-8 record, so we are back down to nothing. We can only persuade a couple of guys, and we are losing some. We're losing a freshman kicker who was a 76 overall. We're losing a 79 overall wide receiver who was our top guy at the position. But after that, it does drop down. There's not that many that are 70 plus. And there are some that we have at least a chance to hang on to. And we are graduating our 84 overall senior quarterback. But otherwise, not much quality is graduating. Only 6 guys are graduating. So we have some to try to get after to hang on to. We're losing Guinness, really? Well, the best, we have no chance. So let's go with where we have a chance, like a corner, Ansa, a 68 overall. We don't want to lose him. It's weird how even when there's not that many guys on the list, they still find a way to fully populate the list and tell you that you're going to lose 20 guys. We did not persuade the first one. He is leaving no matter what. Next one on the list, Vines or Guinness. You know what? We need a quarterback, but there's more than one. Let's go for Vines. Both are failed, so we're losing 20 anyway, even though that list was nothing like the previous years. Well, we barely even graduated anyone, so it's really hard to have had anybody make the draft, and Brookhart did not look like somebody who was going to get drafted, and he didn't. So we remain at just 1 player drafted all time. It's going to be a little bit of a process, I think, to get those 4 more guys to unlock some higher level coach attributes. Confirmation, the transfer portal doesn't offer any 3-star guys that like us, except for one quarterback, but he's at a top 5 stage and has us 9th. So they're all out, meaning we're going to stick to high school recruits this time. Now, finding any leftover 3-star guys, though, is getting very tricky. There's definitely still a few out there. Now, with all the transfers, suddenly there's massive need for a lot of players. But we can get another linebacker. We've got a lot of linebackers potentially coming in this class, though. We've already got 6 wide receivers. So don't need that, but let's try to kind of pull position by position and see if there's anything we can do. Week 1 of the 4 weeks of the transfer season, we've made progress with a few guys, and we're definitely pushing up the list. I'm not sure I'm going to get 35 3-stars, though. That's looking pretty iffy at this point, but I think I can absolutely get 30 plus. I may end up having to settle for a couple of 2-stars at a couple of positions out of need. So final round of recruiting. We only have our 7 signatures so far, but we've got a lot of guys that are a lock, and I'm not even spending any hours on. We'll easily get there. As we get to number 19, we've got some real competition for this signature. We're ahead of Boston College, but they are gaining ground on us, and they could easily catch us this week, but we're sending the house and doing a visit. I think that should be enough to keep him in our corner. Otis, a center. Same problem, but we're sending the house and the visit. We might stay ahead of TCU. We've got an athlete here. I think it's a wide receiver on paper, but we could maybe shift him somewhere else, like, say, corner. It looks like we're going to be good to go with 25 points, probably. 25 is what we did last week, and that was enough to outdo what Georgia Tech was doing. This is an iffy one. I don't have anything that a visit would help on. We might lose this one, but we might just hold out. We sent the house last week, and they gained a little bit of ground. Arkansas did, so that's going to be close. Here, 10 points put us to the lead in this one, and we're the only offer, so we'll probably be okay there. This one, if anybody else comes in, we're in trouble. No hours coming, but we pushed him to the top of the list. Same with this fourth Guinness who might be coming to the team. Colon or Cologne. We just bumped to the top of his list, so we'll do 10 more hours. Same here. 25 for somebody not on the list at all. We did 10 hours last week, and that was the first time we went after him. Same here, so hopefully 25 is enough to get him onto and to the top of the list to get these two guys signed. So we're looking pretty good for like 28 of 29, and then iffy on those two. Here, if Pitt goes back to offering, we'll lose out. If they don't, we should get him. And here's my only 2-star guy on the list. We're going after one. Not even putting any hours into it, but I have no guards left in the 3-star category, so I went for the highest rated 2-star guy I could get after. 1,081st nationally, so he's just barely outside of the 3-star range. And then trying to sneak in these last two guys. I've not targeted them previously. This is it. They got an offer and 35 hours for each of them to try to get them signed on. They were the best 2 3-star guys that I could still get after, as we missed out on a couple others that we were definitely not going to get as other offers came in from big programs. Which means we've got 29 assured and 6 guys that, fingers crossed, on. So we know a lot of signatures are coming, so let's just breeze through and see what we got. Well, it looks like we lost out to 3 guys on the final day, so did we get 32 signatures? I don't know. It looks like we got 31, because there's 22 apparent signatures on the day, and I'm pretty sure I was at 9, so it looks like we got 31 in this class. And 30 of those will be 3-star guys. My guess is one of the last 2. We didn't get him high enough on the list to warrant a signature, and he'll go walk on somewhere that he wants to play. Yeah, there's 28 at the top of the list. So we did miss out on this one. So Stanford snuck in. Old Dominion beat us to a signature. Marshall beat us to a signature. Pitt beat us to a signature. We got our little 2-star guy here at the end. And we didn't get either one. We did not get either one of these signatures across the line on those last 2 guys. As for recruiting classes, Georgia, Clemson, Notre Dame, Michigan, Ohio State had the top classes. And this year, like last year, it was 29 in the end. 28 3-star guys and 1 2-star guy brought us in 2 spots higher than a year ago, and actually tied with Duke for 56th overall. Looks like on paper, a couple linemen come in as the top 2 guys, and then a halfback, a line, and 2 linebackers as our top 5. No development yet, but going into the position changes, we're down to just 2 quarterbacks, a 68 and 64 overall, both sophomores, but with development, they should be into the 70s and pretty okay. And I did just swear I just signed a freshman quarterback within that class, but apparently he was one of the few I didn't get. Oh, okay, he's athlete. We've got to assign the position. Gotcha. Okay, we'll do that in a minute, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have to pick him as a quarterback and not some other position. Yeah, we've got 4 athletes to assign with some decent quality for a couple of them at least. Smalls could be a pretty good halfback or tight end, but we are definitely going to add him to the quarterback class. I like the dual threat part. So I suddenly have a lot of wide receivers at my disposal, including a lot of freshmen. I will definitely explore some other options for some of these guys. I signed more than I needed. I moved a wide receiver over to tight end, and he instantly goes near the top of the chart. That was a good move. So I've gone through all the basic positions. I'm down to my 3 athletes to assign. For this first one, he's clearly an edge. And after looking at left or right, I've got some depth at left, less so at right, so we'll put him on right edge. The one position I'm still hurting for, corner. We definitely don't have enough guys at corner, so I'll be looking to see if I can squeeze out another. I'm still the shortage being right edge, as these are my choices, so I'm going to actually add him to right edge as well. That gives me the depth that I needed at right edge. I'm a little bit more guys than I need now, so I probably want to move one of these two off, but we can also redshirt those 2 guys. This was a lack of depth. I had 3 guys, same as what I had on the left, but I might, well, if I'm redshirting both of them, actually it really won't matter. So I'll leave them be. That'll make it easy to redshirt both of those guys, or at least one of them. Again, we got somebody who wants to be a lineman, and I don't have a way to squeeze him into corner. He's not even close to being able to do that, so I think I'd rather put this guy at defensive tackle. Or, thinking about this, I think I might be able to move him onto the offensive line. Yeah, you know what, we'll leave that be. We've got a senior, bound to have somebody transfer. A lot of players on that D line, but that's okay. Big level up, and we've got some development traits upgraded. Sadly, the training results are going to come before I can do the coach upgrade to get the running backs an off-season boost. So let's go straight into those training results and see where we're at with the team. We've got a punter as an 84 overall, kicker as an 83, got a center up to an 82, a wide receiver up to an 82. The halfback, Snowden, jumps 8 points to an 81. Beautiful. That's going to help a lot. We've got another punter at a 79. Sherry, quarterback, 79 overall. Huge jump. He's ready to take over that starting job. He's very much up for that task. Weak side linebacker at 78. Right edge at 78. Left tackle at 77. Plenty of guys in mid-70s, now low 70s, and just generally 70s. That's well down the list. A great jump from Sherry. Very much ready to take that starting job. 3 low 70s behind our key running back in Snowden. Halfback not great. Fullback, that is. Not a big position for us, though. We don't use it very often with our play style. Wide receiver, Brewer into the 80s and some mid-70s behind him. It's definitely better than this year's group was. Tight ends looking okay. Left tackle's looking good with our starter. Left guard was a massive weakness this year. It's going to be a lot better next year. 3 guys at 68 or above. Our best guy, I think, was a 65 this last year. At the start of the year, anyway. Center's going to be good. Right guard's definitely going to be good. 2 guys 70 plus. Right tackle's going to be a lot better. Left edge, solid. Right edge, solid. D tackle, all 4 of them 70 plus. Sam linebacker, Mike didn't improve much at all, but it was one of our better positions. Weak side linebacker looking good. Corner, it's going to be a problem position, but not too bad with 2 guys in the 70s. Free safety, that's a problem. Was already a problem. Overall, I'm impressed by the development. Here's that just a hair too late upgrade for running backs. So we are at 90 out of the 85, but as I found last year, it's kind of a cheat code to push these guys out. And we do have a 61 overall at fullback who's a junior redshirt. We don't really need him. But I also don't need to be cutting guys. He could be one of our transfers, and we have so many of them. So being that you can go over the 85, it's a lot easier to just do that instead. It alters your ratings a little bit, but we don't need it to. And while I will do some conference realignment, we're not going to do that yet. We'll do that down the road at some point. Holy cow. We're a 72 overall. We are a 72 overall rolling into the new season with a 74 on offense and a 71 on defense. So the defense has improved. The offense has picked up by 10 points. That's what a couple of years of recruiting 3-star guys can do for you. We do have some desire to leave, including our quarterback. So it looks like he's going to be a one and done as starter. That hurts. We'll need a replacement. We're going to need some replacements across the board. But there's, right now, play style is a problem for some of these guys, which is weird that we can, get them signed. But then they're like, But those guys are on the edge to begin with. So I'm looking forward to a new year with a team of this quality. Last year, it looked like we should have been better, but there were so many holes positionally. This year, free safety is that hole. We have one, but not many. So I think that 72 overall and that general increase in quality is going to result in a lot more wins this season. And the success we had a couple years ago is probably something we can replicate this year, I hope, and get that half star back and maybe then some. But I would think a similar record would probably just get us right back to the half star again. So we're yo-yoing on that part. It's going to take a while to get what we need, but I think we'll make some progress this year. We've certainly built a better roster than what Akron's had at any point. We started as 61 overall. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.